I'm going to show you what the main reason for inconsistent cushion bounces is, as well as answering some of your frequently asked questions. This is Break From Life. Welcome back, and if it's your first time watching one of our videos, then it's fantastic to have you here. In a previous video that's in the card right now, I wanted to show how when a ball strikes a cushion and chalk gets in between the ball and the cushion, that it can produce a colossal bounce. But here's the problem. I fully believe that the majority of people had already heard of this, so I just did it briefly. I rolled the black down the table, realised it was going to be in the way, so marked it with a red and just threw it away because I already had the white at the other end of the table, put chalk on the cushion, and then proceeded to roll the white down the cues. Because it seems very unlikely that this effect will be caused by chalk, I had a lot of comments suggesting that this was because the cue ball is smaller and or lighter. But unlike in pool, the cue ball is supposed to be the same size and mass as all the other balls on the table. Though there's a good chance that you've played in a club where this has clearly gone wrong. Let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced this, because it can take a while sometimes, even for seasoned players, to notice. So how am I going to try to make sure my results are accurate this time? Well, I'm using 2 cues and 2 reds at random, and rolling them down the cues at the same time. Unfortunately, the reds didn't run evenly down the 2 sets of cues, so I had to make small adjustments until they both bounced back evenly to exactly the same place. Once I got them to bounce exactly evenly, I added some triangle chalk to the cushion, so in theory the far red should bounce. I tried to release the reds as evenly as possible, which was harder than you'd think, but it is worth pointing out that they were running to exactly the same place before I put chalk on the cushion. I thought it would then be interesting to see if there was any difference between different types of chalk, so I then tried Master's chalk, and it produced roughly the same bounce as the triangle. After cleaning the cushion and the balls again, I was interested to see the difference between ordinary types of chalk and Tiam chalk that was specially designed to stop kicks. Would it stop a bounce in any way? Well, no, even though I barely get a kick anymore after using this type of chalk, it just seems when it comes to chalk and cushion bounces, chalk is chalk. And the only thing that seems to make a difference is just the sheer amount of it that gets in between the ball and the cushion. And it seems to have more of an effect on newly covered tables, which is why you see it a lot on TV. If you're looking to buy any of the chalk shown in this video for the cheapest price you can get it, then try the link down in the description or give the card in the top right hand corner a click. All you can really learn from this is if you want to prevent it from happening, give the cushions a good brush as well as the table. Recently, Milo Trumpet Man has been watching our videos, and he comes from Macclesfield, England, which is roughly here in the UK. The comment today comes from Andy Walls, and it says, "It's my blacks and balls sitting below the black spots that's killing my game." Well, something you can possibly try to do about this, Andy, is practice this. You just position black on its spot and the red somewhere around there below it. You just simply then pop the red like that, replace the red, pop the black, and replace the black, and simply just keep going like this for as long as you can. After a while, if you're doing that really well, just try putting the red closer to the cushion. This will just simply make it a little bit harder, but I reckon we'll start practicing this and start potting probably, what would be about a 30 break. Then you'll have less and less of a problem with this. Good luck, Andy, and if you want to know more about this, try our video, Snooker Break Building Black Ball Shot Technique. It's in the card right now, and make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel. Of course, Andy's from Scotland, but we're not sure from where in Scotland. However, John Roberts is definitely from Upper Hutt, New Zealand. And he asks, what's the size of the room I'm playing in? Well, it's generally for snooker you want an absolute minimum room size of 23 foot by 17 foot, that's 7 metres by 5.1. However, ideally you do want it a fair bit bigger than this. Can I just say big? Snooker tables are 12 by 6 foot, and you will need at least 5.5 foot all the way round the table to allow you to cue properly. And if it is only the minimum size, then you literally won't be able to put anything else in the room. Yeah, so it's roughly what it says there by that. Henry Wong has been watching Break From Life, and he comes from Hong Kong. On Facebook this time from Marcin, who says, I've been playing this game for a year, but I'm struggling with two things. And basically he's putting right hand side on mostly every shot and he can't stop, and he's struggling with straight shots because they're all going to the right. Now, as I've already told him in a comment, basically if you put right hand side on any shot, it's going to force the ball over to the right. So really we're dealing with the same problem here. And what I suggest to you to start off with, Martin, just give this a try, because it's just place the white on the bulk line, cue up to just play the white along the bulk line, and see if your cue is actually running along the bulk line, because you may find it's coming across at one angle or another, and that can result in you playing a shot with right hand side. And if it's coming across especially at this sort of an angle, you may find it very difficult to stop yourself playing it with right hand side. So I definitely give that a go, and if you're still having problems, let me know. We now have someone else coming from India, Bladev Rawat from Chandigarh, India, which is about there. Our next question comes from Fad Farkri, who says, what's the difference between playing on a table with or without a heater? Now, the answer to this is actually very simple. A heated table is obviously going to be hotter than one that isn't heated most of the time. And what that means is when a table gets cold, it's more likely to get damp. And you'll simply find that if you roll the ball along a damp table, the moisture will slow it down, it'll stop it reacting as well, it'll cause it to skid a little bit, so you actually get less reaction out of the shots, and it's not quite as fast. Under this table, we've actually got a couple of heaters. They're quite away from the slate. You don't want anything too hot, too close to the slate, otherwise it can warp them a bit over time. And it just keeps it nice and warm, so the cue ball and all the other balls run nicely across the table. In this week's Where in the World Are You, we're going to start off with Johnny Beeden, who comes from Sheffield, England. Next we have Plato Plaz, who's from Australia, particularly Bunbury, Australia, which is near Perth, but not really near Perth, but somewhere near Perth. It's about there. A lot of people have been saying to me, put someone on the map from Pakistan, so Rehan Code is from Lahore, Pakistan. And finally, also from Pakistan, Mohammed Usman is from Islamabad, Pakistan, which is roughly there. If you want to find out more about large bounces in snooker, try our video Snooker Mistakes People Don't Know They're Making. Or if you want to find out more about how to aim in snooker, then try our video Snooker How to Aim Basic. And remember, don't just watch, play, and make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel. See you later.